Settle in and let the world around you grow still as we journey through a gentle tale named Astraea, from Earth to the stars. This evening, we will explore the story of Astraea, the goddess of innocence and purity. Feel her presence as she touches upon the realms of justice and ultimately ascends to become the constellation Virgo. Allow this serene narrative to guide you into a peaceful state of rest. If you find comfort in these ancient whispers, consider accompanying us on future journeys by subscribing. And now, let the tale begin to unfold. In the beginning, when the world was young and pristine, the celestial realm cast its watchful gaze over ancient Earth with a calm serenity. Within this timeless and cosmic expanse, the gods lived together in harmony and unwavering peace. Among these divine beings was Astraea, the radiant goddess of innocence and purity, whose presence shone with a gentle light that mirrored the purest of stars. Her essence was a beacon of clarity and justice, forever reflecting the untouched purity of the heavens. Astraea possessed an unyielding desire to maintain justice and preserve purity across the earth. Her heart beat with a longing to lead humanity toward a harmonious existence. Recognizing the nobility in her aspiration, Zeus, the mighty leader of the gods, declared the advent of the Golden Age, a period foreseen as a time of unbroken peace and prosperity on Earth. Under Zeus's benevolent decree, the Golden Age began. It was a time when harmony wrapped itself around the world like a comforting embrace. On Earth, conflicts were unheard of, and tranquility became the cherished order of living. With purpose, Astraea descended from the celestial realm. Her feet caressed the dew-kissed earth beneath the gentle embrace of the dawning sun. Her descent was a graceful fall of divine light, her presence whispering of purity and justice. In this idyllic setting, humans enjoyed lives of innocent simplicity, their days filled with joy and laughter. They lived under skies that demanded neither toil nor hardship. The fertile lands, under the shadow of Astraea's presence, overflowed with bountiful fruits and harvests, effortlessly feeding the contented souls. Rivers flowed with gentle constancy, mirroring the serene rhythm of the age. As Astraea walked among humans, her influence was undeniably palpable. Her tranquil nature and sage-like guidance infused the land with a profound sense of justice. Disputes, should they arise, were few and fleeting, resolved swiftly and with fairness. Such was the influence of Astraea that justice became an intrinsic part of the human condition. Her wisdom illuminated their lives with kindness and compassion, nurturing an existence that embraced virtue with open arms. Zeus, from his lofty perch in the heavens, surveyed this perfect era with a watchful eye, ensuring its continuity. The harmony and peace of the Golden Age were not merely a vision, they were a reality shaped by divine decree and stewarded by Astraea's gentle presence on Earth. A significant instance of Astraea's influence occurred when two neighboring communities faced a potential conflict over the waters of a shared river. Astraea, carrying the peaceful serenity as her guide, intervened. With words that flowed like pure water, filled with compassion and understanding, she mediated the dispute. She led them to see the virtue of sharing and cooperation, resolving the tensions. Her guidance brought the communities closer in trust and respect, echoing her everlasting dream of harmony among humankind. Awed by Astraea's wisdom, humans revered her with wonder. They gathered beneath the celestial glow she brought to the earth. Her presence became their guiding light, inspiring them in their simplest chores and their deepest contemplations of virtue. Their awe transformed into reverence, and reverence evolved into a collective aspiration to embody her celestial purity. The Golden Age, under Astraea's diligent guardianship, echoed with the laughter of contented souls. As the sun set, Casting its soft golden hues over this tranquil world, Astraea stood upon a gentle hill. She surveyed the harmonious realm she had nurtured. Her heart, filled with a joy as deep as the ever-reaching sky, finally acknowledged the subtle whispers of change weaving through the gentle breezes, a soft harbinger of transition waiting quietly on. The horizon, gently hinting at the dawn of a new age, the goddess Astraea, embodiment of celestial purity, remained Earth's gentle custodian, cherishing the harmony flourishing across the Golden Age. Yet, beneath this facade of unity, the Earth whispered a quiet symphony of transformation, a soft prelude to an impending departure from the era's golden luster. As the sun dipped in the sky, the world began to murmur faint omens of change, signaling the dawn of a new epoch. High above, from his divine throne, Zeus, the supreme deity, discerned the subtleties of this unfolding metamorphosis. His gaze, penetrating and wise, recognized the inevitable ebb of the Golden Age and the arrival of the Silver Age. This was no capricious whim of fate, but a preordained shift in the cosmic order, a necessary evolution as natural as the waxing and waning of celestial bodies. With a decree as ancient as time itself, Zeus heralded the transition, preparing the mortal realm for a journey both profound and challenging. On the earth he so vigilantly oversaw, Astraea witnessed the initial stirrings of human imperfections. Where innocence had reigned, faint echoes of dishonesty began to spread, small acts that whispered of a world shifting beneath its surface. These infinitesimal changes dimmed the once resplendent purity of humanity, introducing moral shadows to hitherto sunlit hearts. As the lands once verdant and generous started to wane, humans felt the nudges of scarcity. The effortless bounty they had known began to recede, compelling them to cultivate what once was freely given. Primitive plows, emblematic of necessity, emerged in calloused hands, transforming the serene landscape into scenes teeming with endeavor. The once boundless ease of existence waned, giving way to a world where labor promised to be both plight and promise. In response to these visible shifts, Zeus declared the Silver Age's inception, a new epoch characterized by invention and complexity. Humanity began a transformative journey, crafting tools, shaping habitats, and nurturing a natural curiosity ignited by newfound challenges. Astonishing feats of human innovation unfolded as the transition painted a vivid tapestry of struggle intertwined with potential. During this pivotal time, Astraea embraced her role as guide and mentor with renewed resolve. She traversed the villages and meadows, offering wisdom beneath the broad sky. Her voice, a gentle river of counsel, flowed with reminders of bygone virtues and harmonious living. In every whispered word lay an earnest wish for peace and purity to prevail in the turmoil of changing tides. Despite her serene guidance, not all humans heeded her voice. The allure of emerging ambitions glimmered, captivating hearts and turning minds inward. Astraea's words, once as unblemished as morning dew, began to seem an echo from an age now passing. Bonds of mutual trust and simplicity, painstakingly woven over ages, frayed under the weight of self-interested pursuits, and her influence, though unwavering, threatened to fade with time's relentless advance. Amidst it all, Astraea lingered on her contemplations, the tenuous dance of continuity and change. Human eyes that once sparkled with innocence yearned for goals beyond temporal confines. For Astraea, this desire bore both loss and renewal, echoing a timeless truth. Each end must usher a beginning, woven intricately into the cosmic fabric. As twilight spread gently across the heavens, Astraea stood in quiet reflection over the transformed earth. She saw before her a tapestry of light and shadow, of hope and uncertainty. In that tranquil hour, pondering the mysteries enfolding time's flow, Astraea held firm to her purpose, inspiring justice and purity amidst alteration. Her spirit, serene and unwavering, vowed to guide humanity through this new age with fidelity and fortitude, as steadfast as the stars in epochs' expanse. In the stillness of coming night, a soft resolve took hold. From this gentle horizon, Astraea fixed her gaze toward an unfolding future, not of darkness, but potential brilliance. She embraced the transition's promise, the very spirit of the universe guiding its cherished children toward eternal purity and cosmic rebirth. As the world gently transitioned into the Silver Age, the echoes of the Golden Age began to fade. The effortless abundance of those times receded like a gentle tide, leaving behind a reality where every fruit and grain now required dedicated toil and perseverance. The sun, which once shone upon a carefree existence, now watched as humans, accustomed to simplicity, began laboring to coax sustenance from the earth. Villages expanded, and with them, the foundational blocks of more complex societies emerged, spurred by the advent of nascent technologies and newfound tools. Astraea, the goddess of innocence and purity, observed these shifts with both empathy and unease. Her mission to guide humanity with justice and integrity became a challenge, slipping from her grasp like sand through fingers. In these burgeoning human communities, Astraea faced increasing obstacles in her pursuit of justice. The purity of the Golden Age, which had once infused humankind effortlessly, diminished, replaced by ambition and desire. Discord, though sparse at first, began to ripple through these societies, revealing imperfections beneath their surface. Astraea strove to rekindle memories of the lost idyllic era, yet her voice, once mighty, seemed feeble against the clamor of competition and avarice. Her balanced scales of justice now teetered, caught in the escalating tensions of human hearts. In a village at the edge of a rolling valley, a dispute erupted over land coveted by several families. Astraea observed, hopeful that a resolution could be reached without strife. Despite her efforts to bring clarity and calm, the discord only escalated. The quarreling families, eyes clouded by desire, refused to listen to her counsel. It was a disheartening scene, and one that epitomized the waning influence she felt. Watching from the celestial realm, Zeus maintained his vigilant gaze, ensuring cosmic balance remained undisturbed. He recognized the necessity of the Silver Age, understanding that humanity's path must wind even when diverging from divine light. In his wisdom, Zeus saw the role each age played in the cosmic weave. He witnessed humanity's early attempts at metallurgy, the forging of tools from untouched minerals, hopeful that these steps would ultimately lead to growth and learning. Astraea found those changes deeply unsettling. The erosion of innocence in humanity mirrored her internal struggles. In the flickering glow of village fires, she watched as simple disagreements spiraled into conflicts. The unities of old frayed like threads of gold, losing their luster amidst the everyday strife. Harmony's loss weighed heavily on her celestial heart, her counsel drowned by growing discontent. More frequently, Astraea sought solace above in the celestial realm, a retreat offering clarity and peace. She pondered the ever-widening rift between gods and humans, a growing chasm that with each day seemed more profound. From her heavenly vantage, earth appeared woven from shadows and light, a testament to innocence's fleeting nature and the ongoing effort needed to preserve it. In her solitude, Astraea considered the impermanence laid bare by the world's complexity, her presence among humans becoming less frequent, her influence quietly diminished. Through all this change, Astraea did not waver in her resolve. Even as disheartened, she sought dialogue with Zeus, expressing the gravity of her concerns. Their conversation was calm and filled with an understanding of the dynamic path unfolding before them. Zeus listened, his wisdom deep, acknowledging the difficulties Astraea faced with compassion. Though her place among humans had grown diminished, Astraea found solace in the celestial council she shared with Zeus. Then came a moment of small victory, as a child shared his meal with a stranger in a village nearby. It was a simple gesture, yet it encapsulated Astraea's enduring influence, a flicker of hope that justice would persist. These small acts of kindness were like stars piercing through the darkened sky, a poignant reminder that her presence, though faint, was still impactful. Astraea glimpsed into the future beneath the starry dome and sensed the advent of the Bronze Age, a period destined for further upheaval and transformation. Appreciating the inevitability of change, she resolved to remain a steadfast beacon, casting a solitary light in an ever-clouded sky. The Silver Age was a vital segment in Earth's story, a gentle reminder of time's inescapable march and the perseverance necessary to withstand the coming Age of Bronze. In this contemplative state, Astraea acknowledged her challenges but stayed steadfast in her mission. She believed her legacy of justice would endure, evident in the smallest acts of kindness mirrored by stars piercing through the night sky. The Silver Age stood as a testament to the delicate balance of creation, a bridge between the ancient harmony of times past and the tumultuous reality waiting on the horizon. Astraea remained hopeful that even as the Silver Age unfolded, humanity might rise to meet the purity of the stars, forming an enduring connection between the heavens and earth. Her story continued onward, a gentle reminder of the divine counsel guiding humanity through its dreams and aspirations, preparing for the new era beyond the Silver Age. As the twilight of the Silver Age cast its somber hues, a new era unfolded on Earth. The dreaded Bronze Age, marked by harsher conditions and tenser relations among humans. Humanity, once thriving in a sanctuary of simplicity and harmony, faced new challenges that demanded greater ambition. The abundance of bygone eras dwindled, and hearts hardened in struggle. Fields once yielding plentiful harvests were now fought over, leading to landscapes where the seeds of conflict were sown alongside crops. The gentle pursuits of previous times transformed into desires for power. Human endeavors acquired a sharper edge as ambition overshadowed innocence. Astraea's teachings, once held in high regard, became eclipsed by the pursuit of dominance. With the discovery of new metals, such as iron and bronze, strength took on a tangible form. These materials became the backbone of emerging societies, their weapons marking a pivotal shift from peace towards preparation for war. Communities, once joined in mutual understanding, began to fracture, echoing the clamor of conflict that now dominated mortal hearts. Newfound ambition spread swiftly, and the landscape transformed further by discord. Peace, once a constant, waned as rivalries and disputes flared up, akin to smoldering embers igniting into flames. Battles erupted unexpectedly, like storms over a tranquil sea. The voices of conflict grew louder, muffling Astraea's gentle whispers. The goddess of innocence and purity stood on the periphery, a silent observer amidst growing turbulence, witnessing the strife take root. Determined yet saddened, Astraea sought to mend these rifts. Her descent among humans served as a beacon of hope in shadowy times. Yet her attempts to quell the rising tide of aggression met with indifference. Her soothing words fell silent against the clamor of ambition and violence, as hearts once open to her influence now thudded with different desires. Her grace, once radiant, was overshadowed by humanity's march towards a world formed from iron and bronze. Astraea approached human leaders and individuals, urging a return to justice and innocence. As she spoke, her voice was soft yet firm, a divine plea for peace. Nonetheless, her words were met with silence and disregard, human attention fixated more on forging new weapons of war than on embodying purity. Observing from the heavens above, Zeus acknowledged the necessity of this transition. His mighty gaze recognized the potential for interference, yet he commanded the gods to restrain their hands. It was crucial that humanity bear the weight of their choices, allowing the lessons of this age to unfold naturally. To Zeus, this Bronze Age was not just decline but an opportunity for humans to experience the consequences of their decisions, albeit painfully. In melancholy solitude, Astraea retreated farther from Earth, seeking solace within the celestial realm. Amidst the cosmos she cherished, she found comfort. Her spirit, wearied by Earth's descent into discord, gazed at the stars, their silent twinkles echoing the purity she yearned to restore. Yet, humans pressed onward, heedless of her gentle influence, embroiled in their path of conflict. Despite fierce battles raging beneath dusk-laden skies, Astraea's gaze was one of reflection. Her role as the bearer of innocence seemed diminished, as she pondered her inability to uphold the purity she once embodied. Though fragments of the former age of innocence remained, they waned beneath the dust of marching armies and the clash of bronze. Astraea realized her time on Earth neared an end, a journey like a river destined to meet the ocean. Now contemplating her role in this unfolding saga, Astraea envisioned her eventual departure from the mortal realm into the comforting embrace of the stars. Her journey would ascend towards celestial paths as humanity's tumultuous progression reverberated through the age. Yet, amidst her contemplation, Astraea held on to hope. Hope that somewhere within human hearts, a spark of her teachings would endure, guiding them towards an era yet to come. As the Bronze Age trudged forward, Astraea nurtured a quiet belief that one day humanity might return to her teachings. This hope bridged the distance between her despair and a gentle vision of potential future renewal, a beacon of purity shining from the cosmos. As twilight descended over the realm of Earth, Astraea, the divine embodiment of innocence and purity, began a final mission to restore peace and justice. The Bronze Age, a time marred by ambition and strife, had darkened the era she cherished. Determined to leave a lasting impact, Astraea visited the leaders of humanity, her ethereal presence a symbol of the unity and grace, now overshadowed by discord. Despite initially drawing them in like moths to a flame, she found their hearts hardened by relentless desire and conflict. Astraea's appeals lingered like echoes of ancient hymns, yet their consciousness seemed immune to such soothing whispers. Determined not to abandon hope, Astraea sought to plant seeds of peace wherever she went. In various enclaves, she fostered fleeting moments of tranquility, sparkling fragments of the world's true potential, reminiscent of a time when justice reigned and innocence thrived. These interludes, although brief, were significant, like delicate lilies blooming on a stormy lake. Under her gentle touch, a particular village found a brief respite from its turmoil, its people embracing the promise of harmony. However, in the absence of her guiding light, the persistent shadow of discord soon returned, spreading swiftly like ivy overtaking an ancient wall. Each departure from a village left a lingering silence, soon shattered by the familiar din of conflict, a reminder of the transient nature of peace. Realization dawned upon Astraea that her time on Earth was drawing to a close. This awareness tugged at her heartstrings, a poignant reflection on the Edenic era she had nurtured with love. Her mind recalled scenes of bounty, unplowed fields brimming with abundance, rivers flowing pristine, and spirits unmarred by deceit. Accepting the inevitability of her departure, Astraea sought Zeus, the sovereign architect of ages. Their conversation, suffused with mutual understanding, illuminated the cyclical nature of change, the eternal shift from sunlight to starlight. Zeus, the embodiment of timeless wisdom, offered her a sanctuary among the stars, a celestial realm free from earthly corruption, where her essence could continue to inspire. Conscious of her impending journey, Astraea prepared her final message. Bearing olive branches and her symbolic golden scales, she returned to the village, now bathed in the soft colors of dusk. Her presence, gentle and serene, filled the air with an aura of poignant farewell. Standing before the villagers, Astraea imparted words of hope, urging them to rediscover their inherent purity and advocate for justice amid chaos. Her words, seeds of inspiration, settled deeply within the villagers' hearts, destined to germinate in the soil of their future endeavors. As the sun sank below the horizon, leaving a canvas of burnt oranges and soft purples, Astraea paused to gaze upon the earth, a cradle of her compassion and guidance. The villagers, holding her gaze with reverence, carried within them whispers of divine influence, destined to color their dreams and ambitions. Within the silence, Astraea felt nostalgia intertwined with newfound hope on her eternal path. This marked the closing chapter of her earthly existence, a prelude to her transcendent role. For in the vast, starry expanse of the cosmos, another role awaited, a guardian among the stars. Unveiling the ties of her earthly journey, Astraea was poised to transform into a beacon of guidance, casting her light from the celestial canopy, to shape human endeavors with a tender and enduring influence. And so, in the stillness of early autumn, with a heart full of hope for what lay ahead, Astraea turned towards her destined ascension. Undimmed by earthly shadows, she stepped into the embrace of eternity, prepared for the call of the stars. In this haven, justice and purity would dance perpetually among constellations, securing her legacy across time. The time finally arrived for Astraea, the embodiment of justice and innocence, to determine her eternal path. Zeus, mighty leader of the gods, extended a formal invitation, acknowledging her unwavering dedication even as the world descended into chaos. This offer to join the celestial realm was not a rejection of her earthly efforts, but rather a recognition of her steadfast influence and her role in maintaining cosmic balance. Astraea stood on the precipice of reflection, contemplating the dual aspects of her existence. Once a preserver of purity on earth, she was soon to be a guiding constellation in the heavens. The golden age highlighting her ideals had been a testament to her ability to inspire awe and foster innocence. It was during this era that her influence ensured harmony, but the inevitable cosmic transition beckoned, integral to the eternal cycle of ages and human virtue. Seeking wisdom, Astraea turned to her fellow deities, those sharing her understanding of burdensome divine responsibilities. Their conversations painted a tapestry of admiration and respect, praising her time among mortals as a period when justice transcended mere concept, becoming a tangible reality. While her heart felt the weight of an impending departure, the support from her divine peers offered a mantle of tranquility, affirming her contribution to humanity. Gathered in heartfelt reverence, the humans she had guided assembled to bid her farewell with open hearts. Many were descendants of that idyllic golden age, carrying memories of a world once fragrant with innocence. With tokens full of tales of her influence, vivid as sunlight splintering dawn mist, Astraea witnessed their hopeful expressions, acknowledging her lasting impact, a poignant symphony of gratitude and reverence. Her heart swelled amidst nostalgia, reflecting on the earth she had cherished deeply, recalling the lands thriving under her care. Even though these vistas now whispered of lost innocence, her thoughts remained on the purity dormant within every soul. The celestial realm called her with promises. Stars were eternal beacons, guiding those striving towards righteousness. As she prepared for her ascent, Astraea faced the reality of her failed efforts to halt the tide of change leading humanity astray. Yet, with acceptance came hope. She believed in humanity's resilience and their potential to rediscover the virtues underpinning a just world. Narratives of her guidance would echo through the ages, whispered under star-filled skies, illuminating paths for generations yearning for justice. With serene resolve, Astraea bid a fond farewell to Earth, ascending a secluded hilltop. From there, amidst the glowing night sky, she beheld a universe of stars waiting to embrace her. Dignified and radiant, Astraea acknowledged the world's enduring beauty, visible in both terrestrial and celestial realms. Her heart swelled with acceptance, joining the cosmic dance. Transcending earthly boundaries, Astraea embraced her role as an ethereal custodian of light. Her ascension to the stars symbolized a continuity of influence, a fusion of lessons from Earth and serenity in the celestial realm. As her eyes turned skyward, the stars shimmered in welcome, the Milky Way unfurling as her divine pathway. Astraea's transition toward cosmic existence spoke of her enduring legacy, one where purity guides humanity from the heavens, ready to take her rightful place among the stars. With a heart steeled for her celestial destiny, Astraea stepped gracefully toward her future among the stars. It was a serene night, the earth draped in a gentle cloak of darkness, providing a tranquil stage for her heavenly transition. Zeus and the gods from their celestial vantage watched intently. They were keenly aware of the profound moment unfolding. On Earth, humans, especially those who fondly recalled the harmony of the Golden Age, felt a stirring of nostalgia and awe, their eyes fixed skyward in respectful admiration. As Astraea, the embodiment of innocence and purity, began her journey into the heavens, her ascent was akin to the gentle rising of a morning mist. It was ethereal, mesmerizing. As she elevated into the sky, a shimmering trail of light marked her path. This luminous bridge between Earth and the celestial realm symbolized hope and constancy, a perpetual reminder for those who gazed upon it that justice and purity endure beyond mortal grasp. In the celestial realm, anticipation hung thick in the cosmic air. Each star seemed to pulse with excitement, their collective breath held as Astraea drew nearer. Zeus, regal in his divine majesty, acknowledged her arrival with a nod of solemn approval. His eyes conveyed pride and understanding, recognizing the weight of Astraea's decision. This moment signified not only the close of an era on Earth, but also the commencement of an eternal celestial vigil. Humans observing from below mirrored the gods' quiet, knowing smiles. Astraea's ascent was not merely a physical transformation, it resonated with cosmic harmony. Her essence entwined with the celestial music of the spheres, invigorating each star with her presence. Their glow intensified, each beaming with the purity she infused. As Astraea reached the celestial apex, she found her place among the constellations as Virgo. Her presence as a constellation was a beacon of justice and innocence, etched permanently against the night sky's vast canvas. Her arrival gifted the heavens with renewed brilliance, the celestial domain shimmering with invigorated vigor. Through this transformation, she shifted from an earthly guardian of justice to a celestial symbol of purity, known to every stargazer peering into the night. Reflection embraced Astraea as she acknowledged her new existence. The celestial purity now defining her was an extension of the values she had championed among humans. In her heart resided a song of hope that, even in her absence, the echoes of her virtue would continue to inspire justice and purity on Earth. This journey from an earthly goddess to a celestial sentinel was not an end but a fulfillment of her deepest purpose. In honoring Astraea, the celestial realm held a celebration unlike any witnessed before. Stars sang in harmonious symphony, their radiant light cascading through the cosmos. Celestial beings came together in unity to celebrate Astraea's contributions and her unwavering dedication to purity. The universe thrummed with a vibrancy that promised a connection to Earth as enduring as the stars themselves. Zeus and other gods honored Astraea's contributions, offering gentle words of respect. They understood her transformation as not just a personal shift, but a broader emblem of hope for divine and mortal beings alike. The recognition of her purity was profound, serving as a reminder that true virtue could transcend temporal bounds and leave a lasting legacy in both celestial and earthly realms. In her newfound role, Astraea mused on the potential impact of her celestial presence. She realized that while her place had shifted, her influence endured. As Virgo, she would continue to guide those seeking justice, her starry light a constant in the night. The celestial celebration reflected this understanding, a tribute to Astraea's timeless role as a guiding star. As the celebration became a gentle hum across the cosmos, Astraea's influence began to permeate both the divine and human realms alike. Thoughts of the path she trod, from earthly presence to celestial reign, inspired those who witnessed her journey and reinforced shared responsibilities for purity and justice. While the celestial celebration waned and stars resumed their eternal positions, Astraea's light continued to mark the night skyline, not only symbolizing her physical presence, but also the enduring legacy of her earthly mission. Her transition into Virgo was complete, her ascent to the stars a symbol of hope and transformation. It signaled a new chapter in celestial lore, where Astraea's vigilance and purity would forever shine down upon Earth, guiding humanity with the promise of renewal and enduring justice. As the celestial domain settled into silence, the vision of her new role in the cosmos glimmered with hope. Linking Earth and the stars, Astraea's presence served as a tangible reminder that even as times change and eras pass, the cosmic dance continues unabated. The chapter gently concluded, ready to lead into reflections on her everlasting influence. Astraea had completed her ascent into the celestial realm, resting now within the constellation Virgo. Her luminous form shimmered with brilliance, casting a serene luminance over Earth below. From this tranquil vantage point, she was free from earthly constraints, and her influence was pure and constant, embracing her new role as a guardian of virtue. Here, among the stars, Astraea's presence became a beacon of hope and justice for humanity. Observing the Earth from her celestial perch, Astraea's heart was woven into the fabric of mankind's lives. Invisibly, she leaned into their hearts, igniting sparks of justice and purity that persisted through the relentless march of time. Her celestial form was a beacon for seekers of guidance amidst turmoil, providing light on paths toward righteousness and equity. Vigilant and steadfast, Astraea remained a source of hope and virtue for those under her influence. The prominence of Virgo became undeniable, each star in its harmonious arrangement radiant with Astraea's eternal qualities. Poets, touched by an unseen muse, embraced her story, weaving it into the rich tapestries of their verses. She became a timeless symbol of justice and hope. Astronomers meticulously tracked her starry emblem, finding solace in its majestic splendor. Across lands, the tale of Astraea spread, whispered as ancient myth into the ears of generations, etched in chronicles as testament to her virtues. The legends of Astraea transcended time, influencing customs and traditions dedicated to justice and purity. Ceremonies under Virgo became fixtures. Communities gathered beneath her stars, offering tributes and sharing tales of their stellar guide. This sacred bond between Earth and the heavens offered humanity a means of engaging with the divine through rituals of stargazing and reverence. Free from earthly struggles, Astraea felt closer to her purpose than ever. From her heavenly abode, she marveled at humanity's resilience and innate quest for good. As a symbol of eternal virtue, she provided a celestial ideal for mortals to aspire to. Narratives crafted around her presence fortified her celestial identity, echoing within hearts and minds, inspiring acts of kindness and fairness in life's mundane dance. Turning their gaze skyward, humans sought guidance and moral compass from the stars above. This practice spoke to a primordial hope rooted in the cosmic alignment with destiny. Standing beneath the starry expanse, finding solace in Virgo was to commune with Astraea's moral core. Gods watched this transformation, pleased with the sustained note of justice humming through the universe, a symbol of Astraea's influence across realms. As Astraea flourished in the celestial sphere, so did the earth under her gaze. Her influence, though distant, remained unfaltering and profound. She observed the world with everlasting compassion, her spirit transcending mortal scars. In night's quiet, her gentle light whispered constancy amidst life's tumult, affirming justice and purity as eternal pursuits. Her divine influence urged humanity toward justice and integrity, nurturing virtues even in dire times. Stories echoed across valleys and waves, speaking of Astraea's virtues and guiding light. Children clung to tales of the goddess above, dreaming of worlds where fairness reigned, embodying her enduring vision. From distant empires to villages, her celestial signal intertwined with the destinies of seekers aspiring to her ideals. Under night's veil, the Virgo constellation stood sentinel, stars singing a serenity chorus amidst the cosmic symphony. Her presence was balm for weary spirits below, promising renewal to those who enfolded her serenity. Gazing at her serene form, they saw enduring justice and purity, ideals embraced by a goddess rising in cosmic narrative. As humanity looked to the sky, finding solace in Astraea's illumination, her influence inspired generations. Her story began, unfolding within the cosmos's timeless narrative, promising everlasting inspiration for new generations to rise. Astraea, now resplendent as the Virgo constellation, gazes down upon the world from her celestial perch. Her watchful presence conveys a sense of peace and assurance, ensuring humanity remains tethered to the virtues she embodies. Each night, her shimmering form in the sky exerts a subtle influence over the affairs of mortals below, quietly steering them toward justice and balance. As the guardian of innocence, her essence radiates a warmth that comforts and protects those seeking righteousness. From her place in the heavens, Astraea cares for humanity's course, subtly weaving her influence through all layers of existence. In the divine councils of the celestial realm, her presence holds a gentle yet persistent sway. Her affinity with fairness and purity shapes the thoughts and actions of divine assemblies, encouraging celestial decisions rooted in justice. Even as the earthly spheres evolve, her presence ensures that divine interventions adhere to the just principles she so ardently championed during her terrestrial days. Interactions among divine beings resonate with her wisdom as she silently urges for fairness and equity. The bond Astraea shares with other constellations is profound and intimate. She communicates through celestial alignments, her voice resonating across the vastness of the skies. This communion fosters celestial harmony, reinforcing the cosmic order in which she plays a pivotal role. The constellations dance in symphony, their positions in the night sky reflecting her calming influence. Each alignment speaks to the shared purpose of maintaining the stability and purity that Astraea so cherishes. In moments of alignment, the heavens resemble a perfectly orchestrated dance, directed by her guiding presence. Her influence is most pronounced when the stars twinkle with a special kind of brightness. Mortals, in their quiet contemplation beneath the night sky, see these shimmering displays as messages, tokens of justice sent from the heavens. These celestial displays remind humans of their potential for goodness and fairness, igniting aspirations to mirror these virtues in their lives. Villages and cities become sanctuaries of reflection when her radiance graces the earth, inspiring dreams imbued with hope and a yearning for justice. Migrating flocks and waves on secluded shores sway to her celestial melody, and their rhythm of kindness echoes Astraea's influence. Unseen to many, occurrences of kindness and unexpected generosity ripple through the fabric of human society, guided by Astraea's unseen hand. A stranger aids another in distress, A warm gesture eases sorrows, and peace finds its way into troubled hearts. These acts, though simple, achieve profound impacts, sowing harmony and understanding among humans. It is as if the Virgo constellation itself whispers encouragement to the weary and disheartened. Stories of such occurrences travel far, resonating with those who believe the stars guide these acts. Astraea imparts wisdom through the dreams of mortals, her messages woven into the tapestry of sleep as star alignments. Her divine insights appear as gentle flashes, awakening within dreamers an understanding of justice and love. On a quiet night, a sage dreams of a peaceful resolution to a village conflict, inspired by Astraea's whispers. Dreams, where her voice is clearest, become fertile ground for her followers to learn and grow, ultimately reconnecting them with her celestial love. Sleep becomes an extraordinary journey, guided by stardust, leading seekers to moments of clarity and purpose. The bond between heavens and earth finds reflection in Astraea's eternal vigil. This connection underscores the interwoven fate of celestial bodies and the mortal world, hinting at a shared destiny. Her watchful gaze bridges these realms, ensuring that the purity and justice she embodies remain a guiding star for humanity. This eternal link infuses the paths of many with hope, reinforcing the notion that they are never alone in their quests for justice and purity. The universe itself appears to echo with the harmony she instills, guiding planets in their orbits and seasons in their endless cycles. Astraea's influence and the hope she bestows spread across humankind, resonating beyond the stars. Communities flourish under her watch, cultures weave her stories into their myths, and spiritual teachings root deeply in her ideals. With every tale told about her, with every gaze that turns skyward in hope, her legacy endures, resilient and unwavering. Humanity finds inspiration in the night sky, driving dreams that offer solace and guidance against the vast cosmos. Her memory is etched into the consciousness of humankind, as cherished as the celestial patterns she has inspired. As the celestial realm continues its timeless dance, Astraea's presence glows brightly, a beacon of purity and guardianship. Her memory and guidance are inscribed in the stars, transcending time and change. The silent grace of her constellation serves as a reminder to all who look up that justice protected by innocence is a legacy worth cherishing. In every life touched by her light, Astraea's influence remains a profound testament to the enduring power of compassion and fairness. Her guidance, forever ablaze in the sky, leads seamlessly into the next song of the universe, a gentle transition into ongoing celestial harmonies that will watch over the world for eternity. Under the quiet expanse of night, Astraea's legacy unfurled across the ages. Her ascent from the earth to the heavens became more than a myth. It evolved into a guiding narrative that transcended generations. As the Virgo constellation twinkled above, people found themselves drawn to her story, a testament to purity and justice that echoed through time. Each telling stirred within listeners a sense of wonder and a silent vow to uphold virtues imbued by her celestial journey. In the realm of art and poetry, Astraea's influence mirrored the constellations she had become part of. Artists captured the essence of her passage to the stars, painting scenes where earthly darkness gave way to celestial light. Poets found inspiration in her graceful transition, weaving verses that danced with images of starlit justice and hope. For example, one particularly moving piece described her as a beacon through the cosmos, guiding the lost with brilliance unfading. Through creative expression, her story remained vibrant across eras, celebrated in every brushstroke and poetic line, a canvas of eternal purity. Astraea's cultural impact permeated societies far and wide, shaping customs and traditions. As civilizations grew, her narrative endured, adapting to local nuances while remaining steadfast in reinforcing principles of purity and fairness. From rural villages to grand cities, the tale of Astraea intertwined with community values, serving as a cosmic thread linking humanity to the divine. Traditions blossomed around her story, infused daily life with celestial significance, such as the annual Star Festival in a small mountain village, where residents would light lanterns in honor of Fa, Astraea's guiding light. Educational settings across the ages echoed with lessons inspired by Astraea's virtues. In classrooms, children learned the importance of justice, with her name synonymous with integrity. Teachers imparted Astraea's story not as mere myth, but as a moral compass guiding young minds toward a future grounded in fairness and truth. Her legacy sowed seeds of hope, nurturing generations to pursue justice under the watchful gaze of the stars. For instance, a village renowned for its oratory and debate competitions emphasized Astraea's influence through moral fables that championed equitable discourse. Festivals dedicated to the Virgo constellation blossomed in communities worldwide, celebrating Astraea's celestial journey. Under the open night sky, people gathered in awe, sharing tales and marveling at the stars above. These gatherings, marked by storytelling and rituals, were inspired by the brilliance of Astraea's legacy, a celebration honoring purity that bridged earthly celebrations with celestial remembrances. As one village's custom had it, a significant moment of silence was observed during the festival, reflecting Astraea's serene vigilance over Earth, reinforcing the connection between heavens and Earth. Stars twinkled as beacons of hope, affirming the enduring bond. Judicial systems, too, bore the mark of Astraea's legacy. Courts adopted symbols like the scales of justice, reflecting her balance among humans and the celestial constancy she preserved. Her influence shaped laws and ethics, providing a divine reminder of fairness and equity. In one ancient city, the tradition of invoking Astraea's scales during judgments became a revered practice where verdicts were seen as not mere legal outcomes, but harmonious chords drawing society towards justice. Across different lands, principles inspired by Astraea anchored societal rules, reminding all that justice must be as steadfast as the constellations above, a silent homage to her celestial memory. Myths and legends grew around the Virgo constellation, an ever-expanding tapestry of stories capturing Astraea's impact. These tales, chronicled by historians and writers, preserved her narrative, allowing future generations to ponder its significance. Each retelling added to the rich mosaic of her journey, weaving threads of hope and aspiration into human consciousness. Notably, one folk tale narrated the journey of a young hero, inspired by her virtues, who traversed nations to seek a path lined with righteousness, a narrative forever etched in collective memory. As her story evolved, it continued to inspire countless scribes, ensuring that her saga remained vivid across time. Astraea's mythological tale transcended epochs, connecting humanity to the celestial virtues she embodied. Her legend, passed down through generations, bridged societal transitions, and inspired continued remembrance. In times of both triumph and turmoil, Astraea's story remained intact, a beacon guiding humanity's journey through the ages. Every recounting renewed her presence, illustrating the timeless purity she represented, and affirming her role as a celestial beacon. As a community gathering around a nighttime bonfire acknowledged, her tale symbolized perseverance through adversity, igniting dreams of a world balanced by fairness. Inspired by tales of Astraea, communities and individuals alike aspired to live lives marked by purity and justice. Her legend served as a catalyst, igniting the pursuit of integrity and truth amongst those who gazed upon the Virgo constellation. Astraea's influence manifested not only in celestial skies, but in the hearts of those who sought her guiding light, leading them on paths of virtue, forever illuminated by the starry canopy above. Stories of accomplished leaders who drew wisdom from her virtues were shared widely, reflecting the power of her enduring legacy. As the chapter gently closes, Astraea's enduring legacy paved the way for broader cultural and spiritual reflections. Her story, intertwined with the cosmos, promised a journey toward enhanced understanding and connection between humanity and the divine. As celestial tales continued to unfold, Astraea's influence remained a steadfast source of inspiration and hope, a reminder of purity that echoed through time, preparing readers for a deeper readers. Exploration in subsequent chapters. Under the expansive night sky, the Virgo constellation reigns supreme, serving as a luminous emblem of Astraea's enduring virtues. Her presence transcends mere celestial adornment, becoming an influence deeply woven into spiritual traditions that seek to harmonize the earthly with the divine. In various cultures, rituals and practices arise, aiming to reflect the balance depicted in the heavens. Astrologers and astronomers study the stars, uncovering cosmic symbols that anchor humanity's understanding of its place in the universe, each constellation narrating a grand story of existence. As astronomers and philosophers trace these astral patterns, Astraea's legacy, illuminated by the Virgo constellation, guides the moral philosophies shaping human reflection and aspiration. A striking example of her lasting impact occurs in ancient Athens. There, a renowned oracle, gazing upon the Virgo constellation, declared that justice transcends mere action and instead constitutes a harmonious state of being. This celestial revelation inspired a local leader to enact reforms that embodied fairness and benevolence. These changes, shared across generations, fed into the belief that the stars, far from passive observers, actively guide human endeavors toward equity and righteousness. Astraea's celestial presence is intertwined with philosophical discourse, her ideals appearing in the musings of sages and poets alike. One philosopher, celebrated throughout his homeland, imbued his treatises with Astraea's ideals, proposing that the stars urge us to surpass our earthly boundaries. His seminal work, referenced through the ages, advocates a pursuit of purity and justice reminiscent of Astraea's divine journey. These texts, filled with contemplations of morality and virtue, persist as guiding lights for both dreamers and thinkers. As stargazers lift their eyes to the Virgo constellation, they find inspiration in Astraea's light, which becomes a symbol of contemplative power. This celestial presence propels individuals to ponder profound questions of existence and morality. Each recurrent cycle of stars marks another season enriched with her guidance, and each seeker, in turn, embraces the cosmic lessons written across the sky, drawing solace and direction from her luminescent patterns. In villages and cities, festivals blossom under Astraea's influence, celebrating justice and purity. These gatherings, steeped in tradition, recount stories of Astraea's celestial journey, blending myth with reality. Participants engage in rituals that underscore the interconnectedness of cosmos and humanity. Observing these practices, communities feel her celestial warmth, inspiring acts of kindness and justice that ripple throughout society. Even amid turmoil, Astraea's influence whispers tranquil reminders of cosmic balance. Her broader story, interweaving lessons of fairness and order, permeates through discordant moments, reminding listeners that peace can triumph over turmoil. Scholars and artists continue to invoke her image, utilizing her as an emblem in their creative and analytic endeavors. Through Astraea, their works encourage hearts to hold steadfast to empathy and justice, embracing celestial order as an integral part of human nature. From her celestial vantage point, Astraea offers a reflection on earthly events, imbued with serene understanding. She observes with an appreciation for the growing interconnectedness in spirit and action. Just as she once graced the earth with her light, her essence endures in the thoughts and actions of those committed to truth and clarity. From above, Astraea perceives the evolving tapestry of human life, recognizing the semblance of justice within chaos, maintaining her hope for humanity's path forward. As tales of her impact flourish, cultural legacies bear Astraea's indelible mark. Songs and poems resonate with the virtues she embodies, echoing through time. In these verses, Astraea remains a muse, a constant presence in a changing world. Her story, far from static, exists as a living tradition, a conduit between past and present, ever renewed by the hopes and dreams of those who turn to her constellation for guidance and comfort. Astraea's influence extends across generations, perpetuating an ethos of justice and purity. Her star, now more luminous than ever, shines with the promise of a celestial witness steadfast in its watch over Earth. As each individual reflects on the Virgo constellation, they discern a roadmap to higher virtue, finding purpose and hope within that quiet contemplation. Every upward glance reveals Astraea's silent narrative, a promise of renewal and cosmic order amid the tumultuous earthly din. Her enduring legacy, cemented among the stars, demands admiration and reverence, prompting humanity to pause and reflect on its place within the wider universe. As Chapter 11 concludes, a gentle transition into a cosmos abundant with hope and renewal emerges naturally, heralding a deeper comprehension of Astraea's eternal guidance. In the boundless embrace of the celestial realm, Astraea's presence is felt as a gentle yet steadfast force. Her virtues of justice and purity have imprinted a timeless legacy, influencing not only the heavens but also the earth below. Throughout the ages, Astraea's divine journey unfolds majestically across the night sky, mirroring the tranquility she once brought to the Golden Age. Above the quiet hum of the earth, the Virgo constellation stands as a beacon of eternal purity. Each sparkling star within this formation serves as a guiding light, reminding humanity of Astraea's unwavering commitment to justice. This celestial arrangement extends beyond a mere reflection of her past. It serves as a promise for a continuous pursuit of moral integrity. Her constellation inspires all who gaze upon it, urging them to transcend worldly concerns and seek wisdom in the expansive heavens. As the epochs unfold, Astraea's ideals inspire various cultures and lands to embody her virtues uniquely. In one remote village, once ensnared by discord and unrest, whispers abound of a wise leader who, moved by the Virgo constellation's harmonious light, crafted laws that transformed their community into a sanctuary of justice. This tale, woven into the very fabric of their society, endures through generations, serving as a testament to the transformative power of Astraea's legacy. Philosophers and poets, captivated by Astraea's enduring influence, adapt her teachings into dialogues about fairness and truth. In the bustling agora of ancient Athens, a renowned orator, with eyes turned skyward, invoked Astraea's name, imploring citizens to let the Virgo constellation guide them toward eternal values of thought, wisdom, and fairness. This plea ignited reforms in judicial practices, leaving echoes of change that reverberate through time. Across distant lands, as humanity advances, rulers and thinkers alike look to Astraea's stars for guidance. In the myths of the Celtic lands, bards sing of a chieftain whose eyes were opened by cosmic alignments, guiding his people towards peace and prosperity, intertwining their story with Astraea's celestial journey. Her cosmic influence remains constant, a steadfast presence shaping quests for justice and moral progress. For those who seek direction within the heavens, constellations like hers serve as moral beacons. Each star twinkles with the authority of cosmic order. Within this celestial tapestry, Astraea remains at the center, a guiding compass for those yearning for the path of truth. Her constellation reassures humanity that nobility is found not in fleeting pursuits, but in sustained commitment to integrity and righteousness. Night after night, the hope sparked by Astraea's constellation glows ever brighter, enveloping the world with its serene, protective luminance. Her presence in the night sky is a steadfast glow of hope, offering a sanctuary to those searching for solace from earthly chaos. Streaming through the deep canvas of cosmic blue, the Virgo constellation provides eternal refuge to the weary, igniting a quiet resilience within the hearts of its observers. Under her celestial watch, families gather beneath the starry expanse to pass down tales of Astraea's virtues. Around flickering fires, parents recount stories of justice and hope, infusing their children with a legacy of moral aspiration inspired by her cosmic presence. These generational narratives ensure that her virtues remain foundational elements in societal values. In the midst of worldly turmoil, moments of peace arise as humanity pauses to gaze upon the stars. The comfort of night brings Astraea's influence to life, her light gently dancing across the sky. During these serene pauses, people find solace and guidance, reminded of the celestial guardian, offering a sense of calm beyond the hurries of daily life. As the chronicle of Astraea draws to a gentle close, her immortal nature whispers across the eons. Her unwavering purity and guidance reside forever in the sky, immortalized as Virgo. Her story becomes a harmony of compassion, justice, and rebirth, a perpetual testament offering lessons that transcend any specific epoch. Astraea's tale embodies the enduring truth that while ages may pass and civilizations may rise and fall, the constellations hold firm, casting their timeless wisdom onto the universe's grand tapestry. In the tranquil expanse of the cosmos, Astraea transcends beyond myth, becoming an eternal guidepost. Forever she lights the path to righteousness, illuminating the dreams of all who seek its shimmering essence. As one chapter ends, the promise of the celestial endures, presenting the cosmos as an endless canvas of renewal and hope.